Welcome back, everyone, and thanks again for joining me. I am Craig Mannis, Director of Business Operations here at American Legacy Tours, and it is my honor and privilege today to share with you one of my favorite spots here in town, Carew Tower and the Hilton Netherland Plaza. I really look forward to the opportunity every time I get to visit this spot, so I'm as excited today to be here with all of you as you are here to take the virtual tour with me. Please make sure to subscribe to our channel for all future content. Please like our videos and get ready to join me on another adventure. Here we go. The lobby of Carew Tower is a rather incredible room. This is the arcade of what would have been the old Mabley Carew department store. High ceilings, silver lined ceiling, very Art Deco design to this space, and all the tile you see at the end of each entrance to the arcade, that is world famous Rookwood pottery. I was able to introduce you to Mary Emery when we had the privilege to tour the historic Emery Theater. It's her brother-in-law, John Emery, who is the brainchild and mastermind behind the building we're standing in right now, Carew Tower. He had the grand vision of building a city within a city, combining retail, office space, residential. Now, he had kind of an issue securing financing for this radical idea here in Cincinnati. So in September of 1929, he decided to go against the advice of his financial advisors, and he liquidates his assets, pulls everything he had out of the stock market for $30 million. Incredible timing on his part, because 1 month later in October of 1929, the stock market crashed. He would have lost everything. This beautiful building never would have been completed. Carew Tower was the tallest building in all of Cincinnati up until 2010, when Great American Tower was finished, making Cincinnati one of the last major American cities whose tallest building was built prior to World War II. This tower also includes the famous and historic Hilton Netherland Plaza, which we're going to explore right now. The Hilton Netherland Plaza Hotel officially opened in January of 1931 as one of the grandest hotels in the entire world. To say this place is an incredible display of Art Deco style architecture would be an injustice and really a vast understatement. It's really a palace of Art Deco and a true embodiment of what Art Deco really means. I'm coming to you from what would have been one of the main entrances here of the hotel, coming right off of the lobby. Some of the more prominent hotel guests that they had in the history of the Hilton Netherland Plaza would have been President John F. Kennedy and his wife Jacqueline. Winston Churchill famously stayed here. Eleanor Roosevelt visited on several occasions, as did Elvis Presley. The beautiful space I'm coming to you from right now is home of Orchids at Palm Court, the only 5-star rated restaurant in the entire state of Ohio. We're going to explore this beautiful room, and on this journey today, you're going to see some really incredible spaces. You can see why this room is one of my favorite in all of Cincinnati. Just an incredible example of Art Deco, and really some neat artwork all throughout this entire room. As you pass the main bar here at Orchids at Palm Court, you see the fountain in the back on the main stage when you have the orchestra playing during happy hour. It's an incredible experience to be a part of, and I love these beautiful seahorse fountains that you have at the side of the stairs. We were about to head into one of my favorite rooms here at the Hilton Netherland Plaza, the Hall of Mirrors. This is the grand ballroom here at the hotel. We right now are in the foyer heading into that grand ballroom. And as you look at the banisters, you can notice the Art Deco architecture incorporated into those. That is the staircase heading upstairs to the balcony level. The foyer itself is designed more like a theater with low ceilings in the lobby, and as we pass through those doors into the grand ballroom, it's going to be a stark contrast to the high ceilings in that room. That is designed on purpose to elicit an emotional response as we pass through those doors. So follow me, let's check out the Hall of Mirrors. Welcome to the beautiful Hall of Mirrors. This room was modeled after the Palace of Versailles in France, and it's truly an incredible example of Art Deco style architecture. President John F. Kennedy and his wife Jacqueline once attended a function in this very space, and this is the perfect venue for wedding receptions, corporate events. When you're here and it's teeming with life, it's truly a memorable experience to be a part of. And I'm going to take you around the room right now and show you some of the more nuanced artwork and architecture that you could find in the Hall of Mirrors. Walking from the low ceilings of the foyer into the exceptional Hall of Mirrors truly is an incredible experience. As we pan around here, you can really get a sense of the majesty of the space. The large mirror in the front provides the backdrop for a stage. You have the French marble on the sides leading up to the staircases. And that gives you a great focal point looking into the room. But there's a lot of nuances you can find around here if you look closely. Up on the balustrade, you can see the mythological figure Pan all around that banister. And here you can see the images of corn stalks built into that Art Deco architecture. And that's a theme that you can find all throughout the hotel. On the right side of the room, there is a picture of President John F. Kennedy and his wife, Jackie. You can see the door behind them, which is right here. So this is the approximate location of where they would have been seated during the function that they attended, and the same view that they would have had. Here's a view from the balcony. You can see the flowing columns with the jade inlay on top. You can see that beautiful frieze that goes above the ceiling. Just really incredible detail that they put in the room. Here you get a really good view of that floral pattern in the frieze above us. Originally, the room had a grand chandelier. Unfortunately, it was damaged in a fire in 1942. During the renovations of the 1980s, the Historical Society would not allow a replica chandelier or even a period authentic chandelier to hang in its space, and the decision was made to create this mural resembling the original chandelier of the Hall of Mirrors. We are now just off the foyer of the Hall of Mirrors in the Julep Room. This is presently used for small gatherings and meetings, originally designed as the wedding chapel for the hotel. You can see the nickel silver Art Deco pieces in the portholes, the Art Deco in the back. After Prohibition, this became one of the many drinking establishments in the bar, and that would have been the bar itself in the back of the room. Later, a drop ceiling was added to the room, and drywall covered up that beautiful Art Deco piece you see here. Luckily, some recent renovations uncovered that, and you're looking at the room as it was originally intended. As you leave the foyer of the Hall of Mirrors, you descend up the staircase with some beautiful artwork of Cincinnati, taking you up to the balcony level of the Hall of Mirrors, as well as our next spot, the Pavilion Caprice room. Welcome to the Pavilion Caprice room. This originally was designed as the hotel's big band nightclub. And between the 1930s and 1950s, some of the biggest name acts in America would have performed in this venue. When the architects turned towards the inspiration for this space, they looked no further than the biggest source of luxury at the time, the nightclub aboard the world's largest ocean liner, the SS Leviathan. Some of the features you see in this room resembling the nightclub aboard the SS Leviathan would be the flowing ceilings, 2 levels of dining space, the curvature in the railings. You have the chandelier that appears to be suspended from nothingness. I think one of the more unique aspects of this room are these portholes resembling a ship, and you have the sunburst style Art Deco that is designed to give the illusion of sights you would find looking through the porthole of a vessel at sea. In 1937, a 15-year-old Doris Day performed on this very stage with local band leader Barney Rapp and the Duke Schumann Orchestra. Doris was born in Cincinnati by the name of Doris Kappelhoff. It was after this performance that Barney Rapp suggested she shorten her name because Kappelhoff would never work on a marquee. It was a nice day outside. He suggested she go by the stage name of Doris Day, which she would go on to make legendary. And it all started right here in the Pavilion Caprice room. Of the 561 rooms here in the Hilton Netherland Plaza, I am standing in what is the most famous of all those suites, the Churchill Suite, named after Winston Churchill, who famously stayed here in the 1930s. It's not the room itself, however, that gives this place legendary status, but it's in fact the bathroom of this suite. Winston Churchill immediately fell in love with the decor and facilities of his bathroom. He called London to cancel all construction of his countryside home until he could get the exact specifications from hotel management to replicate this very space. Now you notice the step going up to the bathtub, the shower, and behind this door you have the facilities, including a bidet. To compliment Winston Churchill for copying this very space in his home, they paid the compliment back to him by renaming this guest room the Churchill Suite. Thanks again, everyone, for joining me today in Carew Tower and the Hilton Netherland Plaza. I hope you had as much fun as I did showing off this space. Please make sure to subscribe to our channel for all future content. Please like our videos, and I will be back here again very soon showing off another historic spot in my favorite city, Cincinnati, Ohio. Thanks again, everyone, and have fun.